title says, I'll be talking about overthinking. So I'll be talking about what overthinking is basically, forms in which overthinking can come to play, and also how you can tame overthinking and get a hold of that attitude and put your thoughts under control. These days overthinking has really plagued a whole lot of person. It has reduced the creative capacity of people. It has drained people mentally, physically and emotionally, and trust me, it's not a nice thing to be involved in, or should I say it's not a nice place to be, because it leaves you wondering what to do, and at the end of the day you might not even come to a reasonable conclusion. As a young person, your inability to break free from overthinking can actually tame a whole lot of potentials you have inside of you. It just reduces you to a minimum version of yourself, whereas you can actually do better and you can do greater than the way you are currently. I will talk about the forms in which overthinking can come to play. Overthinking can come to play when you are faced with decision making. Okay, so it's normal, it's absolutely normal that you are faced with two options and you want to weigh your options, you want to go for the best. It is absolutely normal to think about it. But when you notice that you are thinking about this and you don't know what to do, you are on it first week, second week, third week, trust me, it can be that bad. You are thinking about a decision, you do not come to a reasonable conclusion, and at the end of the day you will still not come to a reasonable conclusion. That is one form in which overthinking can come to play. Once you are faced with a decision, 1 week, even after praying, some chronic overthinkers, even after praying and they feel like, okay, this is what I should do, they will still be thinking, what if it was my mind that said I should do this thing? What if it was not even correct? What if I was hearing myself? What if this? What if that? And at the end of the day, trust me, most chronic overthinkers don't even come to a reasonable decision. They end up choosing rubbish. I'm not saying overthinking do not have its advantages, but when it gets too much, when it gets a hold of you too much, it actually does a whole lot of harm than good. Another form in which overthinking can come to play is not enjoying the moment. So you tend to live in the future, and you living in the future is not that you are being optimistic about the future. I wish it was being optimistic about the future, then that would have been perfect. It's you not enjoying the moment you're thinking about the future, thinking about what the future will look like, seeing and picturing a bad future already. What if things goes wrong for me? What if I do not make it? What if this? What if that? And they are all bad and negative thoughts. Basically, you're supposed to be enjoying the moment. You're supposed to live in the moment. You're supposed to savor every good thing in the moment. But no, you left the present and you're going into the future, and what you are thinking about of the future, it's not even good at all. Okay, so let me just say a brief story of what happened to me a few months ago. So I was going through my Instagram feed and I saw a picture of a lady that lost her husband, a young lady, and I was like, wow, this was really painful. Of course it is really painful, and as a normal person I'm supposed to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, RIP, may God comfort you. But no, after I did those words, what I went to start thinking of was, wow, so when of course if I want to get married, I'll get married to someone I really love so much, and yes, by God's grace we're going to grow old together, and yes, somebody has to die because death is inevitable. And I was really thinking, and I was like, okay, so when somebody dies, when maybe my husband dies when I've grown up, so I will not be left alone. So what's not the point? When everything we see ends in pains, what's not the point? Who even thinks like that? It doesn't work that way. So and that day, right there and there, I came to the conclusion that there's no point getting married. It's at the end of the day, it's somebody will die that will happen. And instantly I told myself, Lizzy, you're not doing this. God forbid. No. Like, I really went further there. I had to call myself back instantly that no, Lizzy, this is actually not correct. So I wasn't living in the moment. The best I could have done is, oh God, I don't want my story to be like this. Oh God, please just make everything go well for me. That was the best I could have done, and not just start thinking of what will happen in the next 50 years. Who does that? Well, that's another form in which overthinking can come to play. Another form in which overthinking can come to play is thinking that what you do or whatever it is you've done is not good enough. Okay, so this has really reduced people's potentials. Like, there's so many persons out there that really have a lot of things to offer, in all ramifications. And most persons try to do things that they want to do, what they think they have to offer. They try to do it in their closet, and when they are done, other persons around them don't even get to see it. And when they look at it, they are just like, what is this I've done? Trust me, most of those type of persons, when they show you the idea they just came up with, it's always brilliant, it's always a very, very great idea. But once they just look at it, they are just like, okay, this thing is not good enough, I'll try again another day. And that's how that idea goes into the trash can. See, there is no idea that is not good enough. Any idea can actually be built upon. So if you have an idea, share with people. That's why there are people around you. That's why there are family members around you. That's why you need to have a good cycle of friends that can actually encourage your ideas. Trust me, most persons around you actually tell you the way it is. I feel like this is a good idea that can be worked on. As an overthinker, you just tend to think, okay, what I did is not good enough, I will try again later. And trust me, you're not, even though you try again later, you keep trashing it, because you never find anything good in what you do. You're always, there's this perfectionism that comes with overthinker, and they just feel like if it's not 100% perfect, then it's not worth showing to the world, which is very, very wrong. Another form in which overthinking can come to play is visiting the past and thinking of what you can do to rectify your past mistakes. Okay, it's totally fine if you make a mistake and you feel like you can rectify it, is rectifiable. Fine, great, rectify it. But most times, when you make a mistake, you've made it. Most times it's just like an egg fell on the floor. It's broken, and there and then, that's when an overthinker will start thinking, oh, how I wish I held the egg like this. Oh, how I wish I can just go back and pack the egg and make it again. It has happened. And trust me, that thing you're actually thinking about is what someone else will make that same mistake and just be like, oh, for maybe like 1 hour or 30 minutes, just be like, okay, I've made this mistake, I've made it, another day I will not try it again. But as an overthinker, you are there 1 month. I wish I did this thing that day. Let me have done it this way, so I've not ended up this way. Let me I went earlier. Yes, let me you went earlier, it should have not happened. Let me you did it this way, it should have not happened. But you have done it, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it again. The only thing you can do is look for future opportunities and try to correct your mistake. You have done it. Now, staying there and thinking about you will just drain you physically, drain you mentally, and drain you emotionally. The stress that comes with overthinking, God, it's not funny at all. It drains you. It gives you headache, it makes you tired just because you're thinking about one thing. It doesn't even make sense at all. So that is another form in which overthinking can make come to play. You have made a mistake, quite alright, it's bad, fine, please get over it ASAP. So there are some things I actually do when I see myself creeping into that mode of overthinking, and I'll be listing some of them. Alright, so most times I try expressive writing. Expressive writing actually helps me a lot, but it doesn't help in all forms of overthinking. Like, okay, maybe you have to make a decision. Of course, you have to think with your brain. That one, you have to pray to God to lead you. But probably you just thinking about a mistake, or thinking about what somebody did wrong to you, or thinking about what you did wrong to somebody, how you can rectify something. Just try expressive writing. Go to pick a pen and a paper and start writing whatever it is that is in your mind. Just keep writing. Keep writing. Like, don't care about the mistake, don't care about the errors, don't care about the spelling, don't care about how your writing looks like. Just write out everything that is in your mind. Everything. Just write it just the way it's coming to your mind, just from your heart to the paper. Just keep writing and writing and writing till you've exhausted everything that you have to write. And trust me, it works like magic. Actually, you just discover that it's like there's this burden lifted off you. It actually works a lot. Another thing you want to try doing when overthinking comes to play is actually praying about it. You'll be like, see, there's nothing has been genuine with God, the person that created you. Okay, God, okay, this thing has started again. Can you just help me? Just talk to God about whatever it is that is actually on your mind. And there's actually this peace that comes after that. Okay, I know that I'm not alone in this, especially when maybe you want to make a decision and you are just, should I not? just talk to God, like, God, can you just take control? I cannot do this by myself again. I cannot just do this by myself again, or else I will run mad. So you really want to leave everything at the feet of Jesus. Exactly, that's the precise word. Another thing you want to do when you notice that you already started overthinking is get occupied. One thing I do, apart from expressive writing, to get occupied again is probably I'm walking and something just came to mind. I'll just carry my my earpiece and just put it inside my ear and start listening to some edifying music, because it actually helps me a lot. It just takes my mind off everything that wants to start creeping into my mind, and I'll just listen to some edifying music and it works like magic for me only. Another thing you can do is, okay, there's this Bible called YouVersion. So it comes with different plans, and it has a search button. When you just open the YouVersion, you can just click on the search button, just type overthinking. It will show you different plans and different scriptures, plans for days that you can actually use to walk through the period of whatever it is that is happening to you. And trust me, actually, it was even in while I was going through it that I got to know about expressive writing. They actually recommended it in the plan in YouVersion that you can actually try expressive writing. So if you want to try probably using YouVersion, it actually helps also. Another thing you can do is try to balance out some worst case scenario thoughts with some best case scenario thoughts. So when the bad or worst case scenario thoughts start coming to your mind, you just want to say, what if it doesn't go this way? I can actually go this way. Look for the best case scenario and use it to strike out the worst case scenario thoughts. It also works. It's normal that, okay, I don't know if it's normal, but it happens that some negative thoughts may want to brush through your mind at times. At that instant, don't let it settle down. Just cancel it out with the best case scenario thought. It actually works. And another thing you can use is for negative thoughts also. Probably a negative thought comes to your mind. You want to cancel it out with the scripture, a verse of the Bible that actually says something that counters what just came to your mind. This is not what God has for me, and so therefore, no overthinking, no thoughts, nothing at all got no hold on me. Alright, so guys, trust me, you don't want to be in the place of overthinking. It limits your power, it limits your creativity, it doesn't bring you out to the world. It has more harm than good. Left to me, that's what I would say. It actually has more harm than good. So if you have anything else that you do, to overcome overthinking, to tame it, please do not forget to put it in the comment box down below. If you like my content, please subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share my videos. Also, do not forget to turn on your notification bell. Till I see you guys next time. Bye bye.